Everybody, welcome to Worst First. I've never started it like that ever, but I'm doing it because you're here.
Oh.
My guest today is Esther Povitsky.
That is me. I feel like right when we started, I went to take my jacket off, and now I'm like, why did I do that?
You're like, no, I'm cold. Wait, are you married?
No, I'm engaged, though.
You're engaged?
Yeah.
Did you share that publicly?
Not really.
Is it to the guy that I...
Yes.
The black-haired dude
yes.
that you were living with in the house?
Yes.
Do you guys still live there?
We don't live there, but we're still in it.
I love that.
Yeah.
You've been together a while.
I know. You're married.
I'm freaking married. Look at my ring. It looks like it's from a Claire's jewelry shop. Everyone says that to me. They're like, nice fucking heart-shaped fake ring.
Wait, that's so funny.
But it's real. Yeah, it looks like a little girl's ring. But that's why I dress like I'm 7 now.
Did you pick that out at all? Like how?
No.
You didn't?
No. You think I would have gone in and been like, I want the heart?
That is so funny.
My husband did.
Wait, so you married Tommy Lee. What's going on? Can we talk about
By the way,
this?
guys, me and Esther have a long history.
So long.
We've known each other since you were like a baby. I mean, I
Both
remember
of us.
you, both of us,
Yeah.
first started stand-up, and you were just getting started, and then I just watched you grow, and now you have a
Same.
Netflix special coming out, which is fucking bananas.
I knew you long before Vine,
Yes.
long before it all. Also,
All
the
of it.
special is on Comedy Central.
Long before all my fillers. Do you like my new face?
I don't think you look different.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever
God
you're
bless.
doing, you're doing a good job.
I ran into Josh, Adam Myers, Josh, my ex,
Whoa.
and so funny, who I love. I do love
Me
him. He's
too.
great. And so he's like, you didn't need to do all that stuff to your face.
When guys say that, it's like, do they
He
think
was like
they're
trying to be nice,
Yeah,
like you
they-
didn't need it.
They think they're being nice, but it
Right.
does not sound nice.
I was like, God damn it. I mean, it's kind of true, but
What did you do? I don't even know.
I got filler because my
Where?
face is so hollow because I've always had a really thin, long face.
Because you're skinny.
Because it's skinny.
You're so skinny.
Well,
You're
my
so
face.
lucky.
Shut up. And my face is the first thing to go. I don't know if people know this. When you lose weight, it goes from the face down. The titties leave, all the good shit leaves. It takes forever to get rid of the ass and thighs. Okay, so I was sunken in my eyes, and I never let that I ever lost weight, but I was just always thin, and my eyes were sunken in, and my cheeks were sunken in. And I just started to get older. I started looking like an actual skeleton, and people on Vine would call me Skeletor.
What?
Yes. And I was like, Skeletor? Offended. So I started getting injections, and I got under my eyes, I got injections, and I got my here a little bit more, and I got my jaw and my lips.
What did you do to
But
your
I
jaw?
never got surgery. Everyone thinks I had surgery. So they put filler here to make your jaw, because my face was shaped like a jalapeno. It was just very pointy at the bottom, long, curved to one side.
I don't know if I'm getting horny or hungry at this. I'm like,
But this isn't about me. I want this to be about you.
No, this has to be about you. I haven't seen you in so long. We have so much to talk about. You married Tommy Lee since I last saw you.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
It's so cool.
It's crazy.
Like, how did that even go down?
He liked my videos on Vine. He used to watch me, and he's like, I always thought you were so stupid funny. And
You guys seem so cute together. Like, you are both just so, honestly, stupid funny. Like,
he's
you're
my
so
best friend.
silly.
He is so awesome.
I feel like he adores you so much, and you guys are so silly, and it makes me very happy.
We are such dorks. Like, you would love him because
I can tell.
he's really funny.
And
he
seems
goofy.
like it. Yeah.
And I love that because I'm like, oh my God, I'm goofy. We could just be goofy together. Like, it's so perfect, actually.
That is cool. And I don't know, it makes me so happy, like,
I know, I
seeing you
found
so
someone
happy. I know you.
He's so nice to me.
I can tell.
And loving.
I really can tell.
Like, it's been almost, we met like at the beginning of 2017, 18, 19. It's going to be 20. It's going to be like 3 years.
Is
already.
it weird, like, what this has brought into your life? Like, has it changed your life at all, being married to, like, a very famous rock star?
Oh my God. So it changed my life in 2 ways. Like, I got a lot of hate because people were like, oh, you're a gold digger, because they
Right,
didn't know
of
that I already had
course.
money from Vine. They like thought that I was broke or something. And I'm like, okay. And then it brought.
By the way, can I just say that there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with someone who has money. Like, what is that shit? Like, oh, you want a rich guy? Yeah, dude. Like,
No, I want to date the guy who works at Arby's.
Yeah, like, no, I want to pay someone's bills. Like, no, I don't know. I know that's like not people. I get it. Like gold diggers, this like famous thing that we are all mad at, and I know there's like versions of it that can be shady, but like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with somebody that has success, especially like I don't know, when I see you with someone like that, I'm like, that's really nice because you're with someone who's established and who's like kind of gone through their shit. And that's so hot to me, is like, you're not like, I don't know, it's just, he's like gone through it, you know, and you're getting him at a good time.
Yeah, I am. Like we talk about it all the time. Like I'm like, I could not have been with you in your 30s because he's a fucking psycho.
I'm sure.
Like he's 56.
But all guys in their 30s are psychos.
Psycho. I mean, I don't think they calm down till they're like 50, honestly, because he turned 57 this year, and he has more energy than I do.
What?
So I can't even imagine him at 30.
What is his secret?
He's fucking ADD. Like he's like a fucking on fire. I don't know. He has so much energy.
Does he work out? What does he?
No,
does he eat
and
well?
he doesn't drink coffee. I mean, now we're like a completely sober household, so I don't know if that just gives him like tons of energy. But yeah, he's like he is like,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, he wakes up at 8 a.m. and he's just like, okay, good morning, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I have to sleep till like 3.
You are a big sleeper, I feel like.
I love sleep. Do you love sleep?
No, but that's how Dave is, my fiance. Like, we're the opposite. Like, I wake up and in the morning he's like, he's like, calm down. Shh.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah, like, too loud.
What do you do? Just start like playing drums? Like, you wake up, you're all
No, I'll just pop up like, what's up? Like, what's the, like, what are we doing? Like, if it's a weekend
he's
or something.
It's 7 a.m. We're going back to sleep.
Yeah.
Stop. You're like a little kid at Christmas every day. But then do you go to bed early?
Sometimes I do, yeah. Sometimes I try. I'm like too tired and burnt out, and he can stay up all night. Are you a night owl?
I'm up like till 3 a.m.
So what are you guys doing? Like, do you guys work together in any capacity? Like, what does he do? Does he still do music?
Yes, he has a new album coming out. He just finished it, and no, we don't really work together. I mean, I put him make him be in my videos sometimes, like, which is hilarious and stupid, but I have so much fun doing it. But no, we don't really work together. Like, it's actually just like me being a weirdo all day and him just like being like, oh my God, like this person's a psycho. But it's like really fun. I mean, we just hang out. It's like great. Go for walks, go to lunch, like, just normal people shit.
Yeah. Same.
It's just, it's just life.
Just life with a rock
Fucking
star.
watch Netflix. Like, he loves stand-ups. I can't wait to see your Netflix special.
It's on Comedy Central, but you'll find it.
Oh, it's on Comedy Central. It's not on Netflix? Why did I think it was Netflix? Did it say Netflix on there? Maybe because, I have a show
that's coming to Hulu.
Which is Dollface.
And but the special won't be out till next year.
Okay, so next year. How did it go?
It was really fun. I'm like so glad it's done.
Were you nervous?
I was very nervous. It was a lot. It like required so much focus because normally the last like 10 years I've been doing stand-up, I kind of just like go up there and like play
and have fun.
Yeah, and this kind of changed that a little, which I just felt like, okay, like you have to be really serious and like listen to the sets and take notes, and like this is gonna live forever on tape. So it kind of made it like a stressful, nerve-wracking experience. But ultimately, like, I'm obviously, it was like a workout,
I have so much respect for you.
That's so nice of you.
I could never do it.
That you could.
I could not.
You could literally do anything.
No, I
you
could not.
You have done everything.
I cannot. I would not. I look at you and I'm like, I look at like fucking going up there for. I hated doing stand up when I would go up and like I wasn't in the mood, and I would just be like, ugh, I don't want to be here.
Now that I'm out of the zone of preparing for the special, I've noticed that like that happens to me again more. Like last night I had a set and I was like, I do not want to do this, but like this is the job, and it kind of didn't go great because I was like, it's hard. That's the thing that's so hard about performing is like when I'm actually curious about Tommy for this too, like because I always think about musicians, like I don't know, does that cause so much anxiety and so many problems in your life when you like have to perform and there's people out there, like you have no choice, like you can't just call in sick to work, like you have to. I feel like that adds so much stress and pressure that like we don't normally account for.
Do you want to know something?
What?
That he's never told anybody, and I'm going to share it for the first time on this podcast. He has a trash can next to his drum set that he throws up in immediately before he performs every show.
What?
Like clockwork. Yep.
Why?
Because his nerves are so bad. Because it's so much pressure. You have like 500,000 people in an arena who have all paid tickets to see you, okay? And that's every night for a year when you're touring, or every other night. They don't really get days off. They get maybe a couple days off here and there, like maybe 3 days or 2 days travel days.
And that's why I do think of someone like him, because I'm like, at that level of success, it is like, it has to be
insane.
Every night.
Imagine like your Netflix special having to do that.
It is again on Comedy Central.
Oh.
This is
I'm
the
just
worst ad
ruining
ever.
this. I'm just ruining the podcast, guys. I'm the worst. Comedy Central special. What's the name of it?
2020. We don't have a name yet.
Esther's Comedy Central special is the name. Esther's Comedy Central Netflix special.
I'll post. It's called the Netflix special on Comedy Central.
That would be funny if they would let you do it. Anyway, so he throws up every show before he plays
because he's nervous.
Because of nerves.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine?
I mean, that is intense. Those nights when I'm in a city, ultimately I go on stage and I have fun and it's always great.
Right.
But like before, and when you're kind of nervous about it, I do see how substance abuse really does make sense, because I'm in this position and I can't just like walk away from it, and that pressure is like high, and I'm just thinking of that turned up.
I just want to get away. Yeah.
Like I couldn't handle it.
Do you drink?
I do not drink. I've actually never tried alcohol before.
That is awesome.
It is, but it's also, it annoys Dave. It annoys Dave because he's like, I wish you could just like have a glass of wine and be normal. But a lot of my friends are like, I'm glad you don't drink. It's for the best. Because you know what it is? It's a couple things. Like, one, I grew up with a family, not my parents or not immediate family, but outside. My grandma.
Yeah.
I grew up.
Okay, grandma.
She can't listen to podcasts. She barely. Yeah. Like an alcoholic person in the family who I just didn't like seeing that, and it always, I don't know, that was part of why. And then also like I'm kind of controlling, and then on top of that, I'm like really into food and desserts to a point where like I can't control it.
Oh.
Like not so serious, like, but I had binge eating problems in college, and I just always felt like, okay, if this is how I am with food, it's like so shady, then I'm scared of trying any kind of alcohol or drugs, because I just can tell like I'm that kid that like likes it too much.
Yeah.
What's your, I feel like you're not a drinker.
Nothing.
Did you ever?
I did drink a little bit when I was on Adderall in college, because you can drink on Adderall and feel like you're not even drinking, which is insane. But I don't love it. It makes me I think I'm like allergic to alcohol, to be honest, because every time I drink, instead of getting like fun, I feel violently ill.
Okay.
Which is weird. It's like I get so sick. Even a glass of wine, like I just feel like I'm gonna vomit.
So did you ever have any kind of thing that you went to, like, as a coping mechanism? Like,
I mean, when I was on Adderall, I loved Adderall.
Yeah.
Loved it. Because I was like, I'm tired all the time, believe it or not. Even though I exude a lot of energy, I'm just a tired person inside, you know? Like, my body's always tired because I'm constantly running at like a fucking hummingbird speed, right?
It is funny how energized you are.
Right? But I'm actually secretly so tired. So when I was on Adderall, I loved it because I felt like it was like the blue pill from like the Matrix. Like, I just had so much energy, or rather limitless. Like, I felt like I had like nonstop energy, expendable energy and stuff like that. So that was kind of my vice. Like, I was like, I can't live without it. I have to have it. Blah, blah, blah. And then it gave me a heart murmur. My doctor was like, you got to get off of it. You're going to have a heart attack. Yeah. So got off of that. And then I just nothing now.
Do you drink coffee?
No, I cannot drink coffee. Mm-mm.
Did you ever?
I've tried to drink coffee, but I have, again, so much anxiety. Like, we've talked about this. I have such bad anxiety that I literally cannot drink coffee.
I actually wanted to check in with you about that, because when you were on my old podcast, Weird Adults, we talked so much about your anxiety, and I always think about how honest and real you are on that subject. I feel like you're like the pioneer of being legit about mental health stuff. And I wanted to check in, like, how is your anxiety these days?
Well, you know, I got a treatment called TMS. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's called transcranial magnetic stimulation, where they put a cap on your head and then they manipulate your brain with magnets, and it's for people that have severe anxiety disorders and depression. and it's like a new thing, and it works really, really well for depression. But anxiety is like a new trial that they're doing. So I did the anxiety trial, and I will say that I think it helped in a sense that I used to have like really extreme panic attacks all the time, and I get them maybe like a couple times a month now, if that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say one thing. I think it kind of like slowed my brain down a little bit, which I needed. You know, because my brain was like hitting too hard, I think, like going too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And but the weird thing is that now, which I never had this problem before, I lose words for things. Like I will be like, last night I was at the gas station and it was like, enter your zip code, and I know my zip code 91302, right? But I couldn't think of it. I just stood there and was like, what is my zip code? I know my zip code. I've lived there for freaking 3 years. And something that normally like your jacket, like I would be like, oh, that's called plaid. Like it would take me forever to find the words.
Wow.
So I noticed that now, which kind of sucks. So
and you think that's from that
I've noticed it after the treatment, because I've never had that before. And it happens often.
You know that phenomenon where like you know the word but you can't think of it?
Yes.
I was reading this article about that and how it's like it doesn't happen. You'll notice like that never happens with objects that are in your everyday life. Like you could never not think of the word calculator,
right?
But like you couldn't think of like the host of, now I can't think
or
of
like the word like ambidextrous. Like what does that mean when you use both your hands? Like what does that mean? Yeah.
But isn't that the most, because I get so frustrated by just that. So I feel like, is that similar?
The worst. And so that's what it's like. Like I find myself losing words for things, but that could have nothing to do with the TMS and could just be my brain just being degenerate.
I doubt it.
Honestly, I have no idea, but I mean, every day is like a struggle. You know, I never know what version of myself I'm gonna get. Like I wake up and I'm like, am I happy? Am I sad? Am I panicked? Like what's going on? You know?
I really relate to that. It's interesting. Like like I don't know. My mood could make me somebody different.
Yeah. Do you take anything if you don't want? You don't have to share?
I don't take anything. I mean, I'm definitely like really into coffee. Like
that's great.
That's so much fun for me.
And you're so mellow on coffee. If I drank coffee, I'd be like, Esther, welcome to the podcast. My head would be spinning around in circles. It'd be the worst.
Probably because I'm like so used to it now.
Yeah.
Just puts
You'd
me
be
to
great
sleep.
on Coke. She does a line, she goes to sleep. Wow.
But yeah, coffee and yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you about the So the podcast is the worst first. Some of the worst things that ever happened to you in your life.
Okay. I showed up here with no worst firsts.
You have none?
I can't think of any. Can you tell me like some examples or like what yours are? So like
you've gone on bad dates.
I have, yes. Well, I went on a date once. I went on a first date. I was in high school, and this girl that I danced with, that I had taken dance classes with, one of my friends from dance, she just started dating a new guy, and they were really into each other. And she's like, he has a friend who's single. Why don't we all go out on a date? And I'm like, sure. Like I was newly single. I'm like, yeah, why not? And so we went to California Pizza Kitchen.
Hell yeah.
By the way, it's gone downhill. I have
really?
The margarita pizza is not the same. Like something is going on. I don't know, but CPK, like if you're listening, which I know you are, come see me. Like let's talk. I'll give you the real tea on what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. You guys are the original brownie sundae in my opinion. Like I really stand for you, but there's just things we need to get back to. Okay. So we went on a date and he's like cute. We're eating, we're having fun. Like it's going pretty well. Like I wouldn't say I was like, holy shit, like I'm in love with this guy, but I was like, this is cool, you know? Like I want to meet someone. Like I'm down to get to know this person. And we're talking, and like it gets to the end of the dinner, and he goes, wait, what did you say your last name was? I'm like, oh, Povitsky. He's like, we're cousins. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm Jason. Like, do you remember? And I was like, oh my God, I remember you from your grandma's fucking funeral.
Stop! Like, you went on a date with your cousin.
Yes, that's how distant my dad's side of the family is that I went on a date and didn't even know. If he hadn't asked me my last name and put it together,
You could have kissed him.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God. What if you guys really started liking each other and he just didn't ask you for several months?
I mean, honestly, it's an honor in life that he didn't do that. Like, that's thank you, Jason. He's happily married now.
But what if he never put it together either? And then you guys showed up, you're like, I want you to meet my family. Wait, it's the same family.
I know.
My family's having Thanksgiving at this place. No, mine is. That's what a coincidence. Well, we'll just have to have them introduce themselves to each other. Oh my God.
I mean, the movie writes itself.
That's a great movie. You should do that as a movie. Like a short film.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's cute. It's kitschy. Right?
Yeah. So that was a really bad first date.
Wow. I would say so. I love you. Like, I don't have any worse first. So one time I went on a date with my cousin. That's weird. Anyone else? Wow.
Yeah.
At least you didn't marry him, you know?
Yeah.
Like back in the day.
Yeah. Although I do feel like his family has more money than my family. My family does not have money, and maybe it would have been a good husband.
Really? What does your family not have money? What does your parents do?
No,
your parents look like they have money. Like they look like they're okay.
They're fine.
Yeah,
but they're not like
good.
a family with money. You know, my mom's a secretary. My dad works in sales. Like,
guys, you have to follow Esther on Instagram because it's actually the funniest relationship that she has with her parents. Because
you're so nice.
You're always like mom. Like you're always like ridiculing them, kind of. But like it's so funny, and your mom seems so sweet and soft spoken. But
she is.
But it's like really funny. So follow Esther on Instagram. Is it just little Esther?
Esther Monster.
Esther Monster. So that's ESTHERMONSTER.
You're so nice.
Wow. See, I almost lost the fucking how to spell Esther. I was like, how do I
that's
spell
not on you. That's because there's a silent H in my name.
Yeah.
That's not your fault.
So guys, make sure to follow her on Instagram because you will laugh your freaking ass off at your stuff.
So kind.
It's so funny to watch you on Instagram. I feel like, don't you feel like Instagram has made you feel like you haven't lost touch with people?
I love that about it. Yes, I love, like, honestly, it's like the laziest way to be best friends with people because I see your videos and I laugh and I'm like, oh my God, like, I feel like we hung out.
Yeah, like we were hanging out. It's great. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know what's up with you. Like, I know you're cooking with Tommy. Like,
you know everything, right? Isn't that great?
It is. It's really
so, like,
nice.
that's the great thing about social media. But also, I feel like, do you think it has a negative effect on people?
I find that, like, when I'm on Instagram too long, me and my friends call it, like, we get mushy. Like, our brains get mushy. And I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, I've, like, lost 30 minutes or whatever. But, was there food on my face?
No,
That's
I'd tell
cute.
you. I would tell you. Don't worry.
But yeah, I feel like that for me is the negative. Like, I've gotten pretty good at not having like the FOMO element to it because if I see stuff that makes me feel left out or like I'm like I catch it really quick and I'm like, nope, that's not what this is here for. Like once this tool or this thing that's supposed to be fun and positive gets negative, I try to like put my phone down, like go do something else and like remind myself that I'm like living my life and that's fine.
That's smart.
Yeah, and
not a lot of people do that.
And then in terms of the only other negative I would say is like I get like mushy from it. I'm like,
don't you feel like your brain kind of hurts sometimes?
Yeah, 100%.
I do too. Like I've actually noticed if I look at my phone too long, I'm like get a headache.
Yeah, of course.
Do you get that way too?
Yes. How about you? Because I remember from the Netflix show that like you had so much interesting things to say about it. Where are you at now?
I mean, I could be in a healthier place with it. My husband would definitely say that I'm on my phone way too much, but I mean, it's how I make my income. It's like my whole life. And then like I sadly am like so attached to it just because I'm constantly like, it's like the other day I slept in till 11 or 12 and I missed a $10,000 brand deal because my manager or my agent was calling me and going, I have a brand deal for you, but they want you to post today and they need to know if you can do it. And then like 9 a.m., then 10 a.m. Come on, I gotta know by 10:30. Can you let me know? Hello. Nope, still not awake. And then by the time I got to them, they got somebody else.
Oh,
that's the kind of shit that like
that affects you.
It affects me because I'm like I don't want to be on my phone. But then if I'm not constantly checking it or like checking it as soon as I wake up or setting an alarm to check it, whatever, like I miss shit.
Yeah, I know it's hard, like, because I feel like I'm on it a little more than I should be too, and I kind of cut myself some slack because I'm like, well, this is part of our business, like being on here, like I think for most people it's like that for whatever business they're in. Like that's where you're getting texts, emails. Also, like my phone is like, people don't talk about the positives of their phone. Like
there's a lot of positives.
My phone connects me to my friends and family. Like that is my lifeline to my family. So that is like a part of me and my family in a good way, like not just like a negative way. And also, like, yeah, the business element to Instagram. And it makes sense why we're so into Instagram. Like we get to it's like a place for us to channel our voice. Like it's almost this creative, it is a creative space for us. And like it can be a creative space for anyone who, or even just someone that's like excited to share a photo from like a trip they went on. Like it makes sense that we're excited about checking in on that stuff. Yeah. Like, I don't know, we like to share things as humans. Like that's okay.
And feel proud of ourselves. And like if we feel cute, or like if maybe we're like not feeling great about ourselves, to like post a picture and feel like, get love from people. It's like there's so many things people use it for. It's like so many different things. We're taking a really quick break, and then we're going to be right back with Esther Povitsky on Worst First. So guys are brutal to Christmas shop for. I mean, when I was Christmas shopping for my husband, I'm like, what do I get him? Another pair of socks? The guy has like 4,500 pairs of socks. Why do we think their feet are cold? I mean, they're guys. They're never cold. We're the ones that are cold. We're just projecting on them. So I was like, you know what? This is crazy. Someone needs to come up with an idea that has a bunch of gifts for men, great gifts for men. That's actually a really popular Google search. What do I get my husband? Gifts for men, gifts for dad, gifts for grandpa. Well, Man Crates, this company Man Crates, just solved all that. Mancrates.com, mancrates.com has solved all of your shopping woes for men this holiday season. So they have basically everything a guy could ever want on there. They have barbecuing kits, whiskey appreciation kits, knife making kits, pit master kits with like all kinds of sauces and rubs, and a steel meat claw. Like it's just so manly. And then some of the kits come in these actual crates that you have to use a crowbar to open. I mean, what guy isn't gonna love that? Like, I'm such a dude, let me just get my crowbar and open this. Don't worry, babe, I got it. Guys love that kind of thing. So if you're interested, they're doing an amazing holiday savings sale at mancrates.com, where you buy one Man Crate and you get the second one half off. So if you're doing your shopping, it's like buy one, get one half off, buy one, get one half off, and then you got your whole family covered. So that's mancrates.com/firsts, FIRSTS, if you're interested. Again, Man Crates, mancrates.com/firsts, FIRSTS, and get those holiday savings in for the guys you love. Skills. Everyone wants to be skilled and have skills, but some of us are like, I'm not very skilled, or I don't really know how to start my skill, if I have one, or how to find a skill. I mean, honestly, in life, it took me kind of long to figure out what I was really going to do with my life, until I was like, I just like acting dumb all the time. And then I started making videos and doing this podcast, and it kind of worked out for me. But I would love to have a particular skill. Like some people are really, really good at photography. Some people are really, really good at painting. Some people are really, really good with computers. I mean, if you're interested in getting really good at something, or say there's like a hobby or something that you've always been interested in, there's this website called Skillshare, and it's a learning community that has thousands of amazing classes that cover dozens of creative and entrepreneurial skills. So even if you're interested in something that's not particularly like, artistic, they have everything on there. So basically, if you head to Skillshare.com, that's Skillshare.com/worst, you get 2 free months, and I said free as in you pay nothing, 2 free months to learn a particular skill. I mean, even just head to the website and look at all of the different categories they have. I mean, they have everything from like, to design, to creative writing, photography, all kinds of productivity stuff. I mean, they have so many different skills to choose on the website. Just go ahead and browse Skillshare.com, sign up Skillshare.com/worst, and get 2 months of free skill learning, and they have videos and tutorials and everything on how to get the best at what you want to do. And I was on there browsing and I was just blown away. I was like, man, I could really learn how to do anything on here. Knitting, sewing, crocheting, you know, I'm just naming all kinds of granny stuff because I'm getting older. But, you know, they have everything on there. So if there's something that you've always been interested in and wanted to get better at, you know, there's something on there that will teach you that. I mean, there's literally thousands of options. So do yourself a favor and get busy. If you have some time or if you just want to start a new project in your life, head over to Skillshare.com/worst and get those 2 free months going now. Okay, so to continue what we were saying, we are talking about Instagram, social media. We're talking about you almost dating your cousin.
Yeah, we'll talk. We can continue that.
Okay, so have you ever had anyone message you anything crazy on Instagram?
I don't have any good ones for that.
Like mean stuff? Nothing ever mean?
I try not to read that stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, because it can, you know.
Do you block people if they're mean?
No, I just kind of like, do your thing.
Do you leave it?
Yeah.
You don't delete the comment?
I mean, if I saw something really mean and offensive, I would delete it. But I typically don't like peruse for those things because I actually believe that the internet was so much worse like 5 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? Like,
no, people were really big bullies. Like when I was on Vine, people were bullies.
I feel
now it's kind of like, it's like people are a little more evolved, I think. Maybe,
yeah,
hopefully.
There's more nice people, or like the mean people have like found their own like mean area to stay in. But like because I don't know, I just feel like 5 to 10 years ago was so bad that where it's at now is like, I'm like, I can handle this. Like, whatever, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I you know, anyone who's being mean to me, I know they're being mean to someone else. I don't take it personally.
Right.
Like, this is just your thing, your outlet today. Like, go have
crazy.
at it.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a fucking double-faced cunt whore. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Like, okay, I feel bad for you. Then, yeah.
I know. Actually, you know what's funny? Now when I read hate comments from people, I just feel bad.
Yeah.
Like for them.
Totally.
Because I'm like, oof, somebody must be really going through it.
Because it's like if you saw, let's say you watched a video on YouTube that you didn't like.
Right.
What would it take for you to feel the need to write on that video that you hated it? What would it take? Like, you would have to be so worked up and like energized in a negative way and feel so powerless in your own life that you had to write something mean. And like, I get it. It's like, I've seen things I don't like. I move on. Like I'll be like, God, that was bad to someone. Or like, I don't know. I just think it's a really...
People get on their keyboard and go, oh, so here's my 2 cents. This was fucking terrible. I hate this person. Blah, 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 blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
And I do think that sometimes people do that and they don't realize what they're doing. I also try to give that benefit of the doubt. It's like they just probably don't understand that like someone real is going to see this and feel affected by it. Because I find that I, in my head, can say something like really negative about like a famous movie star. Like,
right.
Like, oh, so-and-so, like, they don't look good. Like,
right.
But then I'm like, wow, if they actually heard me say that, like, they're a real person.
Yeah, so mean.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
I know, to go to their page and write that. It's like kind of like, really? You know? I used to follow Kim Kardashian on Instagram. And I stopped because I just would see so many mean comments to her. And I just got like, it was so much negativity. I mean, there was obviously nice ones too, but I was just like, people are just so awful that I was like, this is just not even a place I want to be around, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just so many people, it's like insecurity, jealousy, all these things come out in different ways. You know what I mean? Like bitterness.
Yeah.
Like, it's like she's not affecting you. Has nothing to do with your life. Like, who cares if she's famous for whatever?
I know.
Like, let her live.
Me and my friend Carlos, who you know Carlos, right?
Carlos
Herrera,
yes.
We always say, if you hate Kim Kardashian, you hate yourself. Like, that's the rule.
That should be a t-shirt. That's the rule. I'm dead. I love it. So tell me about like stand-up. Have you ever had like a really bad experience where you were like, this is the fucking worst thing ever?
I can't think of a specific one, but I definitely don't bomb like without a fight. Like, someone once said I bomb gracefully, which like I don't really know what the best way is to put it, but like if I bomb, like I know I'm bombing.
And you
so
call yourself out on it.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm not just going to pretend I'm not bombing.
Right.
So I've had a lot of instances like that where I'm just like unraveling on stage, like on my knees, just like rolling around, like not really rolling around, but like what's going, like this is bad and I know it's bad and here we can't do, like I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop it. We're going to keep letting it happen.
What are some other like bad
people talk about bad times they've tried drugs, but you've never tried any drugs, which is great. Not even smoked weed.
No, I got sick from Chipotle during the big Chipotle scandal.
You got E. coli?
No, but I got like a bad stomach thing.
You did?
Yeah.
For how long?
That was like just a 4 day.
You love Chipotle.
I'm back. I'm back in a big way. I have the app. Like I collect points. Sometimes I get bonuses.
You came back even after they treated you that way?
Yeah, and I did file a claim, but nobody cared. It wasn't like because I didn't have the. Was it
E. coli.
Listeria or something?
It was really bad E. coli. I
didn't get that.
E. coli outbreak.
They didn't pay for my hospital bills.
Did you have hospital bills?
Yeah, I had it was like the worst sickness I've ever had. I barely remember.
Was it food poisoning?
I think it was some version of food poisoning, but that was really bad.
Were you vomiting?
Yes, could not. I remember for like 5 days, I felt like I could just have like a lick of water. Like I couldn't consume anything. I also had shingles.
Did you think you were gonna
die? No.
What's shingles? I've heard of it.
Oh my God.
Isn't that like a 1920s disease? Hey, you see Margaret down the way? She's got shingles.
I think that's measles, but also I think measles is coming back too.
Hey, shout out to measles.
Shingles never went away. Shingles is just, it's usually people with really weak immune systems, so people in their 70s usually get it, but somehow I got it because I was so stressed out. Yeah, I woke up one morning and I was like, God, there's like these dots on my stomach and I feel really nauseous. Like I don't know what's going on. And then the next day, like it was, I just felt this like this pain in my lower, was that like your uterus? I don't know, like lower abdomen. And I honestly don't know why, but I was like, I need to go to the emergency room. And I don't even know why it was so bad that I felt that way. But so I go to the emergency room and they do all these tests. Basically, they're like, oh, you're having a ruptured ovarian cyst.
Oh, yeah, I've had those. Those suck. Yeah.
Like, wow.
They make you feel like you're dying. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay. All right, I came to the ER for a legitimate reason. Like, I almost feel like I deserve a ribbon. Like, this
every
wasn't
time
just
I go,
a
it's
hypochondria.
that. Yeah.
So, I was there. But all the tests they had to do, because first they thought I had an STD, and I was like, guys, I don't have an STD. Like, I promise you, I know I don't. And
you're like, I don't even have a boyfriend. I know. Unless you can get it from a vibrator. It's not happening.
Yeah. Like, I know I don't.
Yeah.
But so that day, like I got to the hospital like 8 a.m. and was there probably till 8 o'clock at night. Just all these tests because it's slow there. It takes time.
Slow, yeah.
So they figured out ruptured ovarian cyst. I'm like about to pack up, and I go, actually, like, wait, I forgot one of the reasons I came in this morning was this rash on my stomach. Can you look at it? Literally, like on my way out the door, and the doctor goes. He like looks at me, looks at my body. He's like, "Oh, you have shingles." I'm like,
"That quick?"
Yeah, it was so hot. How quick he knew.
Like, it's fucking shingles.
Like you're the man.
Oh my God.
And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just you take Valtrex, actually."
Like for herpes?
Yes, I've got some Valtrex. If anyone out there wants some secret Valtrex.
Wow, that's what. So what is shingles?
So it attacks your nervous system, and what it is how you know you have it is it's a rash, but the rash only occurs on one side of your body. So it can be anywhere on your body, but if you drew a line down the center, it would only exist like on this half or this half. So for me, I had it on my stomach, and it wrapped around from the middle of my stomach to my back.
Was it big?
It grew. Yeah, it ended up getting like a little chunk around. And It is so nasty. It is. I was obsessed with it though.
What does it look like?
It just gets like, it's just like a rash, and it gets kind of like crackly, and like your skin is like bubbles up. It's not, I mean, that makes it sound really scary. I would say it's like, I don't know, because I've lived through it. Yeah. It's chill to me, but it's the kind of thing I'd be scared about. Like right now. When I hear that people have cockroaches in their house, I'm like,
yeah, horrifying.
I would die. And then I had cockroaches, and I'm like, all right, this is fine. So
Dead.
I'm like,
you're like, I live with cockroaches now.
I'm like,
we're
come
buddies.
Here. I'm like, take your
They're on leashes.
I know. I give them
Hello.
I give them their medicine. I'm like, take your medicine.
Oh my God. Stop.
I call it the medicine, but I don't have them anymore. But when I had them, I gave them medicine that killed them.
Oh.
So that's probably mean. So anyways, it wraps around your body. And I just was on Valtrex, and I was basically like homesick for like 2 weeks. I just watched Family Guy every day.
Wow.
I did a set I had a scheduled set for late night, the Late Late Show, which is somewhere on YouTube if you can find it. I was in a black dress, and it was January 2015. I did that the day I got back from the hospital from shingles, because I was like, I almost canceled, but I was like, I'm so skinny right now. I should do this.
Did you tell everybody you had shingles?
No, I didn't.
I would have opened with that. Hey guys, great to be here. I have shingles. Anyone want a hug? God damn, can you imagine?
Yeah. So now I just tried. After that, I'm like, I really need to manage my stress, because
it's from stress.
Yes.
How have I not gotten shingles? I'm probably all over my asshole and I have no idea. Just one side.
It could be.
Wow, I need to look. That's scary. So is it not a bacteria or anything? Just your body?
No, it comes from within, is what I understand.
Whoa.
And if you've had chicken pox, this is what it is. It's been a while since I've brushed up on my shingles knowledge, but if you've had chicken pox, the shingles virus is already inside of you.
Ew, I have it then.
So it's just kind of dormant, and so it shows up for some people, and some people never see it, never get it. So
maybe when I'm old, I'll get it.
Maybe, but
wow,
yeah.
But they treat it.
Yeah,
you can't really die from it.
No, I'm sugarcoating it a little bit, because because it's a nervous system kind of situation. Like, I couldn't sleep. There was like tingles in my legs. Like, there was a couple things like that, but ultimately it wasn't that bad. But if you catch it early, it's definitely not like life threatening or yeah.
That's so crazy. I've heard of it. I just thought it was like an old-timey disease.
I mean, it in a sense.
Right? I didn't think really people got it anymore.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
crazy
know anyone who's
it.
had it. Except Ali Siegel, who's really funny on Instagram. She had it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe you do have a lot of stress that's...
I do.
You do?
Yeah, it was. And I got it right January 3rd. And I remember that year I was particularly high on the new year. And I'm all about this year I'm going to kill it. And I feel like that stress is what gave me shingles.
And by it, I mean myself. Wow.
Yeah.
Shingles. That's a fucking worse first.
Yeah. What are other worse first people talk about?
Oh, man. Just times that they've had to go to the bathroom really bad and let a fart out and maybe a little too much came out, or on a date where you burp or shit yourself, or having to shit on a date and then go to the bathroom, or getting diarrhea on a date and being at the guy's house. Oh. There's a lot of bad ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sucks that we have to still get embarrassed at times.
I kind of am so over that.
Yeah.
Now I just show Tommy if my shit looks weird, I'm like, babe, babe, come here. It looks a weird color. I'm like, it looks chalky and not healthy. Can you look at it? I force him to. He throws up.
Oh!
He literally looks, and then he has such a bad whatever gag reflex or whatever. He throws up immediately. So it's actually kind of fun for me, because I'm like, you throwing up oh my God. Then one time I was getting my period, right? Or I was on my period.
Yeah.
And I have really gnarly periods. Do you?
Chunky.
Chunky, like Ben and Jerry's. I got Ben and Jerry's vagina. Anyway, do you get chunky periods?
Sure, yeah.
She's so chunky.
I'll see a chunk here and there.
Yeah, chunk, a blood clot, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I get gnarly blood clots they could fit in the palm of your hand.
No,
yes,
you don't.
Girlfriend, I will show you when we're done here. Do you want me to show you right now?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm going to show you.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this, but
I'm
I feel
show you.
I
wish I could put it up on the screen, but you guys would probably all block my account. It's so bad. I've saved them because they're so insane that I'm like, oh my God. They fill up the whole palm of my hand.
Oh, what if I throw up? Is the studio prepared?
Yeah, no, don't throw up. I might have to show you after because I have to find it. It's deep. Anyway, so I'm getting my period, and Tommy, I'm looking for it because I want you to see it right now. Fuck. Ugh. Come on.
Give that a heart so it's easily
I know, I need to heart it.
Yeah.
I need to heart it. I think I've hid it from my husband for so long that...
Has he seen it?
Yeah, so anyway, so I was getting my period, right? And he's kind of flirting, trying to play a little bit, whatever. And I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm getting my period. And he was, I'll show you later. So, and then he goes, it's okay. It's no big deal. Like, whatever. It's just some blood, right? So he sticks his fingers in me, right? And we're like playing around in the kitchen and he pulls them out.
Oh, no.
And they have blood clots all over them. His fingers, strings of blood clots. Like, fucking just the nastiest. And he looked at his hand like, what the fuck? He's like, it's worms. He thought they were fucking worms because they were long, you know? Like, he thought they were fucking red worms. He projectile vomited from, like, one side of the kitchen, like, into his, like, like, it just came right out.
No.
He's so traumatized by my pussy. Like, he's traumatized.
But he keeps going back in.
I'm like, you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of mystery. Then one time, he fucked me when I had just gotten a yeast infection.
Wait.
Did you ever have that happen?
I've had yeast infections, but I can't have sex on them.
Right. So I didn't realize I had one. It was like deep and there was nothing in my underwear. So I just figured like, I don't have a yeast infection.
Right.
And what's weird with me is my vagina, knock on whatever this table is, it never stinks. So I can never tell if I'm like, that's one thing I've been told by guys, like, you have a really nice smelling vagina. Like, it never smells funky or weird or fishy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I'd gotten off an antibiotic. You know how antibiotics, if you don't take probiotics
yes.
with them,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, you get yeast infections. So I'd just gotten off an antibiotic and I didn't have anything in the underwear. I didn't think anything was happening, right? And he's fucking me and he's like looking down at his, like, because I look back at him and like, because he started going kind of slow and I was like, are you okay? And I look back at him and he's like,
he's vomiting.
Baby. He's like, what the fuck? And he like pulls his dick out and it's like covered in like, it looks like when you wet a paper towel and like little pieces of paper towel, like white pieces, you know, like if you like rip apart a paper towel, like the little wet, like a wet paper towel, a little wet, it looks like long white wet paper towel pieces all over his dick. What? Are you throwing up? My manager's like, I'm gonna kill myself. So it's literally his dick is covered in all this white chunky shit.
I love
like
you.
It's so
You're
fucking
my
nasty.
hero. This is why for 10 years we have been connected.
Yes.
Because you are so real.
I don't give a fuck.
It's so
it's
good.
real life. This has happened to people. Okay, so he
Dude.
literally was like,
I'm waiting for that vomit.
throw up. He fucking grabbed his mouth. This is like, I make him puke so much. And he fucking runs to the bathroom and he throws up. And he was traumatized. Like, he was like, do you have an STD? Like, what is this? Like, we'd already been like together a year. So like, what happened? Like, is this crazy? I had to go to like my gynecologist and have her like explain to him that it was like a yeast infection, that I just got a yeast infection because I just got off of an antibiotic. And I had no idea because it was so hot. It was far up.
It hadn't come down yet.
He had to come down yet. And he had to like dicked it out. He dug that shit out with his fucking long cock.
I can't believe yeast infections suck.
They suck.
I haven't had one in a long time.
Suck.
I'm so grateful. For me, the
Me neither,
symptom
not
is
since
like
that,
that like itchy hurt burn.
I don't really get that.
Really?
I'll just see like the little bit of like cottage cheese in my underwear and I'm like, oh, time to fucking get that shit, you know, the monostat. And so I was like, this was so random because I actually hadn't had one. I haven't had one since, but like I hadn't had one in so long either. But it's like every time I take an antibiotic now, I pretty much assume I'm going to get one.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason lately. I don't know why.
For
as I
me,
get older.
It was always about like a cleanliness thing. Like the guy always has to be like, your hands need to be clean. Like, you have to be very strict about that. And I've been good.
That can happen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't eat enough yogurt, ladies, eat yogurt and take your probiotic. Now I take a probiotic every day.
Oh, wow.
Do you take them?
No, I don't.
You should. Do you love shitting?
Yes.
It's the best. I just posted a thing on my page, like Billie Eilish.
I saw that because of you. It was so funny.
Talking about how much she loves shitting. I was like, I fucking love her because shitting is rad. Like, not like diarrhea, like where you're sick and it's crampy shitting, but like, I mean, that can be fun
I would take
sometimes.
that.
Yeah. But shitting's so releasing and great and lovely, and I love it, and I would shit all day if I could. Probiotics will make you shit a lot.
Oh.
Especially if you drink coffee, you get the coffee shits. the probiotics will even make more.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to take probiotics.
What kind do you take?
I take the GNC women's probiotics. They are amazing. You can get them at Rite Aid in a box. They're in like the health section.
It's so funny that you live in like probably a beautiful mansion
with
a rock star,
insane,
and then you buy your vitamins at Rite Aid.
Of course I do.
Of
course I do. GNC probiotics. They're fine. They
I just feel like no one in your zip code should like not like. I just feel like there's a better place for you.
There is probably, but I don't care. You know what? Actually, I went to this one lady who like everyone goes to in Calabasas, who's like a holistic like medicine healer lady, and I went to her and she's like, what probiotics do you take? And I was like, oh, I take GNC, I get them at Rite Aid. And she's like, oh God, no.
Yeah.
She's like, take these, and makes me buy these like $45 her brand probiotics.
I'm so sick
of that. They didn't do shit. Literally no shit.
Whoa.
I was like, I'm going back to my trusty duty. I know I can get a duty out with these GNC probiotics. Yeah.
What else do you do like to keep yourself like what's like your checklist of like do you have like vitamins? Like do you work out?
I don't work out.
You don't?
No, I wish I could. I get too like my heart rate gets up too fast and then I have a panic attack.
Okay. Do you have like a list of things that like, oh, I'm down today, like here's my self-care? Like what are your like zone out or like make you feel good, better kind of things?
I think like it's so funny you're asking me questions.
Because I haven't seen you.
I know. So I actually every day I have what's really helped is I take an omega-3. That's supposed to help with your mood, and it's like a fish oil. So omega-3s are really good for you. And then I take a really...
Do you buy those at the dollar store?
No, actually, they're prescription from my doctor.
Oh, there we go.
I got them from the dollar store. Yeah, they're Costco brand omega-3s. No, I get them from my doctor at the pharmacy. It's like a prescription omega-3. It's supposed to be like really potent fish oil and like actually really helps with your mood and stuff, I noticed. Take those every day. And then I take a really potent prescription vitamin D once a week because I actually, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, anxiety is highly attributed to a deficiency in vitamin D.
Oh, wait, I have super low vitamin D. And
so you need to take vitamin D.
You need to
take it.
You take, I
have a prescription for it. A prescription vitamin D, which is super strong that you only take once a week. I'll take a picture of it and give it to you. When I'm home. I don't have it with me, but I will, and I will send it to you because if you take this, you'll feel a lot better. Okay. It made a big difference. And then so I do that, and then I do like what else do I do? I mean, I kind of just like lay in bed a lot. Like I really try to just be mellow. I'll listen to like meditations on like YouTube. That's always really nice. Yeah. If I feel like I'm kind of getting out of my head a little bit. I look up like anxiety meditation.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and there's great ones, like fucking awesome. You just lay there and they talk you through stuff and you imagine it in your head. It's fun.
What are some shows that you guys watch together that you're really into?
We love Schitt's Creek. You watch that show?
I just started it. It's
best
so good.
Fucking show in the
really
world.
Good.
If you guys haven't watched Schitt's Creek, it's fucking awesome. And I can't wait to watch your show, Dollface.
Oh, you're so nice.
On Hulu. Who you're in it with Shay Mitchell.
Who's your friend too.
Who I love Shay. And she's had a baby. It was so amazing. And then what's the Brenda Song?
Brenda Song and Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings. That's like a fucking power group.
Those three are awesome.
Were you so excited to get it?
Totally.
This is a big deal.
I'm just like over the moon. I like those. Working on a show where it's just like 4 girls, we're all like roughly the same age, like we're all just like I don't know, it just was so nice to show up to work today and just like hang with the girls.
So cool.
Yeah, that was a good
fun,
vibe.
Right?
Yes.
And was it a big audition experience?
It was it?
Because that's a power cast.
It was one audition and then a test, which is like a callback, but like they film it and it's like all like Kat was there. Were
you nervous?
So nervous. So nervous. Yes. When I got there, everyone was like, don't be nervous. They were so nice.
You're like, saying that's making me more nervous. Thanks a lot.
Because I had never tested for a show before. That's like a common thing people talk about.
I know. I've never done that either. I just get cast or like not cast. Yeah. It's weird.
They know right away with us.
Yeah, they're like, that fucking bitch. She's fucking weird as shit. We either know we want her or we don't. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was out of town for it, so I had to fly back. So just like every element of that, like
anxiety.
So stressful.
Sorry, I know you're home chilling with your family, but we need you back in LA because you got to go shoot this thing.
Yeah, and I've had things like that before where like, okay, if you fly home early, you can come in for this. And I'll be like, no, I'm with my family. Like, no, but that to me is a testament to how much I loved this script.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
I'm going to do like this one. It's worth it to
and
fly
then look,
home.
you got it. And it's fucking everywhere.
I hope people find it and like it. From what I've seen, it looks really good. I personally, as like a consumer of entertainment, respond to things that are about for women.
Yes.
Like Mean Girls or Sex in the City. Like, I don't know. I just like that when you have those 4 different personalities and the shows focus on a bunch of girls. Because
what's the premise of Dollface?
So it stars Kat Dennings, and she in the first episode gets broken up with and then realizes, oh, I'm that bitch who like ditched all her friends to be in a relationship for 6 years, and now I'm me. I did that too. I've never like the first year of any relationship, everyone knows like, see ya,
yeah,
like
bye.
We're gone.
Won't talk to you again.
Yeah. So I related to that right away, and so she basically then has to like discover her female friendships, and so then it becomes kind of about the group of the girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys are each individually her separate friends and like have different quirky things about you.
Well, so Brenda and Shay were her friends from college, and then I'm her friend at work who kind of just like I weasel my way into the friend group. So
hey guys.
yeah, exactly.
I got a pussy too. Can we like all hang out or
Precisely.
I love that. What a fun experience.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. And that's going to be coming out when?
November 15th.
November 15th. It's so soon.
I know, all episodes.
Are you guys having a big premiere and everything? I'm sure. There's billboards everywhere.
I don't think we are.
No?
But we'll do like I think we're going to do a few little like press things. But yeah, no big party. I can't believe you were in an E! True Hollywood Story.
Oh, but it was just a small segment in it. The E! True Hollywood Story was about social media.
The fact that you're even in one, that's like what I grew up on.
I love you. I mean, it wasn't just mine, which would have been cool, but it wasn't.
But like, that's the thing. I feel like you're always so vulnerable.
Yeah.
That like people, like there's so few people that I think are going to speak so frank and real about stuff that I see why you were a part of that.
Yeah, I definitely like was honest about it, but it was interesting how they put it together, because when they pitched it to me, they were like, it's about social media and like, are people addicted to it and is it good or bad and blah, blah, blah. And then the whole E! True Hollywood Story was called E! True Hollywood Story Addicted to Fame. And I was like, that's not what I signed up for. And here's the face of it, Brittany Furlan. I'm like, I just want to be famous. Like, I mean, I was like, I like entertaining people, but it's not like that, so it's like weird. And then they turned it all into like, they turned it all about like, and then they had like Ariana Grande's brother on there, Frankie Grande, who was like, I will do anything to be famous. And I was like, I was just in like interesting company. It was very strange.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just told it was one thing, and then when I got there, it was kind of like when they showed it and put it together, it was definitely something else. But I mean, it was cool.
I mean, you're definitely a comedy girl. Like there's people I know that like are not that, and they're just kind of like want to be popular online, which is totally cool. Like totally good. Like if I had a body and all that, whatever, sure. But like you're a comedy girl. Like you don't post if it's not funny.
Yeah, I try not to. Yeah,
like
either that or it's really depressing.
Yeah.
It's just like there's no in between with me. It's just like complete bipolar disorder. Just like, yeah, this is fucking rad, and then just like, nope, really bad, really bad, really bad, guys. You just get no middle. There's no stability, no middle ground. Okay, it's awful, but that's what it is.
What are you like? What is there anything on like that you want to do next? Like,
I mean, I want to do more movies and stuff, but I just got rid of my agents because they don't get me on auditions. And, like, I never get auditions. I never got, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're working on it. I really just want to do more movies. That's, like, my favorite thing. Not even TV. I mean, I would do it, but I would love to do film. I mean, the only TV show that I would, like, die to be on is American Horror Story. Wouldn't you die?
Oh, gosh.
That's, like, the best show.
I would, like, be scared to even be on it.
On the set?
Like, it's
is
so...
it creepy?
Yeah.
The demons follow you home. You do some weird ritual in the show, and then it actually takes over your life.
That's obviously what would happen. No, of you?
Never?
Wait, what? Brittany.
I could see you doing witchcraft.
Ugh, I get that a lot. But same to you.
Yeah, no, I get it. I've done it. It's creepy.
What happens?
Bad stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's heavy. I like moved out of my old house. I'm like so glad I did, but I feel like maybe some of the energy followed me. But yeah, when I went through my breakup with that fucking asshole that I was with.
Don't even.
I know. I did some witchcraft and like really bad stuff happened. It's crazy. I talked about it in another episode, but yeah, it's gnarly. It's real.
Isn't it crazy to go? Because I
shouldn't have done it.
I have had some, not perfect relationships.
Yeah.
And isn't it interesting, like, when you finally meet someone? I think you've posted about this and I related to it so hard. You meet someone you're like, oh my God, it can be like this?
Yes. And you're like in shock.
Like you and you're not like fighting for them to like you. Wait, what was that other thing I was in?
Yes.
Like that wake up call, like, and nothing, there's nothing like it.
Nothing.
Where you just realize, oh my God, it doesn't have to be like what it was.
Right?
Where you're just,
fighting for love.
Yes.
And like straining and like, why is it awkward and hard?
Yeah.
And you're like, this can't be love, but I like want them to love me so much that now it's not even about love. It's about just being obsessed with them, liking me because I need them to like me. I need their approval.
Yeah.
Because they've made me feel not good enough, It's so crazy. Like when Tommy and I first started dating, like he texts me all day, every day. Like he's probably texting me right now. Yes. Like he texts me all day, every day, calls me like he's just so loving, like and not in a controlling way either. He'll just be like, hey babe, like what are you doing? And I'll be like, oh, I'm like doing my podcast or whatever. He'll be like, okay, cool, call me after, I want to know how it went. Like who does that?
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Who does that? Who the fuck does that? Nobody. No boyfriend, no husband would be like, hey babe, like let me know how it went.
And I feel like that's the level of love that like we want and deserve.
Yes.
Like,
didn't it take you so long to get used to it though?
Oh my God. I did not know what was happening. And like, I was just so, it took me so long. Yeah. Like I remember the first time that he had like a weekend, he had a friend's wedding to go to. And it was kind of like really early in our relationship. So he didn't have a +1. And he hadn't called after a day. And I was like, oh, this is really bad. Which I guess this is kind of a different example. But so the next day he didn't call me at all on Friday. So Saturday I texted him. I'm like, I guess like this is it. I guess this is the weekend we drift apart. And
did you say that?
Yes.
That's awesome.
We quote it quite often in our relationship.
I love it.
And he called me and was like, he's like, what's going on? Like I actually tried calling you, and he like sent me screenshots of him trying to call, and I was like, oh, I feel really stupid.
What happened?
He just like was out in the middle of nowhere.
Area,
like it was really that case where they were honest. Like he really was that.
Right.
But it just like I was so insecure. I was so ready for him to have abandoned me.
I know. Because we're so used to it.
I was so ready for it that I was like, all right, I guess this is the weekend we drift apart. Like that's psycho.
So cool that you said that.
That's psycho.
No, it's not. I wish people would be more honest with their feelings.
How about you? Like getting used to?
It took me forever. I was like, he's gonna cheat on me.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck prostitutes. He's gonna fuck porn stars. Like I'm so jaded from my last relationship. I was like, there's no way someone as successful as him likes me. Like there's no way. Like something's wrong. And then like I told him all of my insecurities, and he was like so sweet. Listen to this. He's like, okay, so I want you to put a passcode in my phone. And I want you to know it. And anytime you feel insecure, you can go in my phone and you can look at anything you want. And he's like, and here's an iPad that's linked to my phone. So if you ever, I'm not with you, you can read all of the messages and everything.
Cry.
I'm like, who does that? Like to make me feel secure. And then, you know what? I looked for maybe like a couple weeks.
And then
you don't.
Yeah. It goes away.
Since you're like, over it.
Well, I would go through his phone when he was in the shower.
Yeah. So every girl, I mean, a lot of girls do that.
I would do that the first like 6 months. And then
who else is he talking to?
Yeah. And then
who else is he nice to? Yeah.
But it's like after like a couple months of that, you're like, all right. And I haven't done
I'm over it.
I've literally not looked at it in 5 years. I don't care,
Right.
Because like you're right. It just takes a while to build up that trust. And I feel bad for like them that they have to deal with us, like,
I
because
know.
they didn't do anything wrong. It's
right,
just
and
what
they're
we're
like
used
getting
to.
punished for other people's behavior.
Yeah, but the good news is we can we can come out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So guys, if you are with a girl and she is really insecure in the beginning, you know, give her a shot and do things to help her trust you. And if you're not willing to do that, then obviously I don't think she should trust you, because I know girls of mine who I'm friends with who their boyfriends are like, absolutely no, can you have my password? You just need to trust me. And I'm like, dude, give her your fucking password.
That's
Let
not
her
gonna
look
work
at your
for
phone
me.
whenever the fuck she wants. Because if you're not doing anything fucking shady, you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, no.
Right?
And I get it. Like, maybe that's just his tactic and he is totally not shady. But for me, that's a pass.
It's a pass. It's a fucking hard pass. And I'm same.
Even though I did have to sneak into his phone.
Dead. I know. I mean, we've all been there. Same thing with me. Like, he has Face ID on mine. I have Face ID on his. Like, we don't care. I'll leave mine. He can look through it, whatever. Like, no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it takes like a lot of pressure off the relationship that way.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, especially because like, obviously his reputation when I first started dating him.
Is it bad? Was it bad?
Yeah, I mean, he's like gone out with like every fucking beautiful girl in the whole world, like every single one. Carmen Electra is married to Pam, like, you know, he's fucked every big porn star at their prime. Like, you know, every woman he's ever been with has been like a 10. And then on top of that, girls like DM him, even with us being married. Because we'll like laugh about it. Like, you know how you check like the DMs that aren't like the accepted ones? Sometimes you'll check the like private ones, or not private, but like, you know, the ones where people you're not friends with. Girls to this day, even though we're married, will DM him pictures of their tits. And these are like hot bitches. Some of them who have even more followers than me, who I'm not even going to call out, people have DM'd him and been like, hey, like, let me know if it ever doesn't work out. Yeah.
Wow.
And these are just like Insta model girls, you know, like they have like 3 million followers and they post all bikini pictures and like, yeah.
That is so stressful, but it's nice that you're like, he's so open with you, like you're secure.
Oh yeah, we like laugh about it. Like, he's just like, oh my God. And he'll be like, because there's nothing he hates more as girls than girls who post pictures of themselves every photo. Like, he'll like go to those girls' profiles and been like, literally, look, every photo is them. Like, how narcissistic can you be? Like, you don't post anything else? Like,
oh my God, I love
there's
him.
not one photo of you with like a friend. Like, it's just you. I
mean, at least get a dog.
Yeah,
Come
a dog,
on.
a fucking your milkshake, like something. Your family member? Nobody? Just you. Okay.
I definitely am guilty of posting a lot of me. But,
no, but yours are funny. On top of that, it's funny. It's not like you're just, here's another picture of me naked. Or like, here's another picture of me laying on like the beach. Here's a picture, you know what I mean? Like you mix it up. You know? And I've seen it. You post a lot. And you mix it up. Not every photo. I'm talking about the girls where literally, there's girls and y'all know who you are. And you know what? If that's your MO, that's your MO.
But don't come for Tommy.
Don't come for Tommy because he'll make fun of your ass. He'll be like, really? Another fucking pic? Like, he hates it. There's nothing more. When you go to a girl's profile, just picture of them. Bikini, dress, like every picture by themselves. Professional fucking lighting and shot and edited. Like, really?
That is funny to think. It's like if they're always by themselves. It's like,
always.
Are you lonely? Like, come on.
What about the guy who's taking the picture? Can we see who he looks like? Like, can we get a shot of him? Like, who is this person?
He's putting in all this work. Like,
is it on a timer? Like, what's going on? Anyway, when are you getting married?
No idea.
You haven't planned it yet?
No, I'm not about that. Like, I don't know. It's kind of stressful to me, the thought of planning a wedding. Did you guys do one?
So we were going to get married in Mexico, have this big wedding, invite all our family and friends. And then it just became like so much of like my mom and family is a lot of drama. And then I just got kind of overwhelmed. And you know what? We literally pulled the plug and uninvited everybody. And we got married at our house with the dogs in the wedding. Nina had a wedding dress on and Wiki had a tux. And it was just us and the dogs and Tommy in a tux and me in a wedding dress and the photographer and the what are they called? The
pastor, the
pastor,
reverend,
that thing. See, there's the brain thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, the wedding officiant or whatever they're fucking called.
Yeah.
Officiator. Anyway, so that was it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's beautiful. It's great.
How is your family like with the fact that you're married to Tommy Lee? Like, are they chill? Like, they get it? Or are they like, that's weird?
My mom, obviously, like, when I first, like, was with him, she's like, I should be dating him. He's more my age. And my mom's like 65. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Mom. But yeah, no, my parents are cool. My dad loves him. Like,
that's
my dad,
awesome.
like, loves him. My dad's, like, 68, 67. And so he's, like, 10 years older. Which is kind of funny, but yeah, but he loves him.
That's cool.
He loves him. He loves him like a son. You meet Tommy, which you will. He's like very immature. He's like very childlike.
Yeah.
That's why we get along, because we're both like too like
silly. You're silly Billies. Yeah.
Silly Billies. It's just us. Like, we're just very like never gonna grow up. Like, my body will just age, but I'll still be 7. I'm 7. Like, that's what we say all the time. We do that.
Oh,
it's
my
embarrassing,
God.
but yeah.
You guys are cute.
I know. You have to meet him.
I know.
Come over and hang out. Bring your boyfriend.
We should do a double.
Come to Calabasas.
Whoa.
400 miles away. Don't worry. Let me know when you have a year off. I love it. Anyway, Esther, thanks for being here.
Thanks
and I love you. And I'm so happy to see you.
Too.
Guys, follow Esther. It's Esther Monster on Instagram. She's awesome.
You're
and
so
we'll put it all in the
nice.
info in the YouTube. And if you're listening to this, go to Instagram and check her out. She's under my follow. I follow her, so you can look up Esther in there. Is there anything else you want to shout out before we?
I think there's still some tickets left to see me in Chicago, and then I'm gonna post about a New York show soon. I don't know when this is going up, but I'll be in Chicago and New York this December for stand up if people want to come see that. And yeah, people should check out Dollface if they've got Hulu and want to see what that's about.
Woo! All right, guys, make sure to check out Dollface, check out Esther, and thank you so much for listening to Worst First. We'll see you next week.